Nothing about this island feels right. And my instincts are usually pretty accurate when it comes to issues regarding the dinosaurs. So much of what happens on the islands is a secret, by necessity, yes, but this just feels like something else. Too cramped, too isolated. It's as if somebody is gathering up all the materials for a disaster. Tread carefully.
Yo, what is up guys? Gamerverse back again, here to do another video for you guys today, man. So today we are reviewing Jurassic World Evolution, the first one, specifically the first game that came out for the Jurassic World Evolution series. Yes, the game came out quite a while ago, guys. The game came out in 2018 for PC, PlayStation 4 and the Xbox Ones. A complete edition for the Nintendo Switch was later released on November 3rd, 2020. The game is obviously, as you guys know, okay, some of you might not know, but the game is a business simulation where players build, manage their own dinosaur theme park. The game sequel, there's been a lot of sequels. I mean, there's been two, sorry. The Evolution 2, and then that was released in November 2021, and then recently, 2025, the Jurassic World Evolution 3 was released. So, what made me go back to it? I mean, I played the second one last year. I played Evolution 2 and I kind of really enjoyed it. I did a review for that on my channel as well. You guys can go ahead and check it out. But what made me go back to it? I think it's basically because I enjoyed part 2. And I wanted to see what was up. I wanted to see how Frontier Games started. In fact, I did also play another game from Frontiers, and the game is called Planet Coaster. That is also on my YouTube channel. Did a review for that as well. But like I said, what made me go back to the first one was the fact that 2 was so good. I mean, I enjoyed Jurassic World Evolution 2. It was honestly really good, and a really good simulation management construction type of game. And this review is for everybody. I mean, if you're a new player or returning fan, this review is for you. And you know, it is a park builder, so if you have played other park builders like maybe Anno, the new Anno Pax Romana, if you played that, if you played Tropico, and you know, these park builders, or just city builders in general, I think you will definitely have a good time with Jurassic World Evolution 1. Without further ado, guys, let's get into our topics. Let's talk about the first topic. You know, does the game feel dated? It does not actually feel dated. I kind of like the UI, the menus and everything was really cool. I mean, it could feel like the game was made in the 2020s, though it came out in 2018. The UI actually looks quite polished, and the game actually is fun from the beginning. Like, you start up with a campaign. There are about, I think it's about 6 islands or 5 islands, and you've got a 5-star all of those islands, but those are all for the campaign. But the fun starts with the first map. The first map that you get isn't that difficult. The first map is the easiest, and as you get to the third map, things become a little bit interesting, because now there's a lot of things that impacts the park, the rating system. There's a lot of systems in place with this game, but ultimately it is about enjoying your park, enjoying the dinosaurs, and having a lot of creative freedom. And you know, versus the limitation, there's a lot of creative freedom in the game. There isn't any like micromanagement issues, or there is, you know, when it comes to actually managing the park. There's a lot of things that can destroy your park, lower your rating, and then that means you earn less. And the less you earn and the lower your ratings are, it makes it harder for your park to get 5-starred. And why this is important is because to 5-star a park, or when you do 5-star park, that means that you successfully unlocked a new island, meaning that you progress in the story. It doesn't feel shallow comparing to the latest ones. Like, I haven't actually played the recent one that came out, Jurassic World Evolution 3. A lot of people are talking about that. I do want to actually play that soon on my channel. But for this one, it doesn't feel shallow. I mean, this is how they started with the Jurassic Evolution or World Evolution series, and it is a good start. Like, looking back at part 2, there's a lot of things that was improved in part 2. Like for instance, in part 1, you cannot actually have like marine animals. You can't have like the mosasaurus and the plesiosaurus that you can actually have in part 2. So that means like you can't build water dinosaurs, you can't build parks for water dinosaurs, you can't actually also build enclosures for the flying dinosaurs. You don't have those dinosaurs, but you do get some cool DLC dinosaurs that you can use, some animation. There's a lot of behavior differences for all of these dinosaurs. There's a lot of variety, and it's super authentic. Like in terms of the dinosaurs that you get to see all the information on the dinosaur. And if you do have the dinosaur in your park, you have to make sure that their needs are met, and all of these things are met in order for the dinosaur to be comfortable. Because if the dinosaur is not comfortable, dinosaur is going to break out, it's going to start fights. And if your dinosaur breaks out and start killing people, that is definitely bad for your park, and this means that your ratings will go down. But besides from dinosaurs killing people in the park, there's a lot of things that can actually lower your rating, and a lot of things that you need to keep an eye out for. So yes, like I mentioned, there is a little bit of limitations with the first one in terms of having marine dinosaurs, swimming dinosaurs, and flying dinosaurs. None of them are available here, but you do get a DLC where you get a little bit more dinosaurs unlocked, like the Indominus Rex. And a lot of Jurassic World Evolution 1's inspiration draws from the movie. So there are some DLCs that actually are kind of like Easter eggs to the movie, and you can actually get this. My only problem with this, I didn't actually buy it because of the price tag. I feel like they could have lowered the price tag on Steam. When it comes to the DLC, it was just way too much in terms of pricing. So I ended up not buying it, and I just completed the base game. I still got the base game on Steam, and I think the base game is actually enough, because it's not a lot of dinosaurs that they add with the DLCs, and I'm sure most of those dinosaurs they added in part 2, and you can get a sense of the scale and more of the immersion in part 2 anyways. The visual quality of the game in 2026, it actually looks quite good in my opinion. I do want to talk about the graphics a little bit. It looks good in terms of the graphics. It looks like a 2020 game, though it is a 2018 game. Graphics wasn't bad. I was able to play the game on high settings and getting a solid 60 frames per second. Able to play it on medium as well.
Our new specimens, dinosaurs, are meeting expectations, but we want them to thrive. That's your next assignment. Making sure our specimens are properly cared for. In other words, dinosaur welfare.
The difference with dinosaurs is that they have no point of reference to understand humans, so don't expect much in the way of thank yous.
And it plays very smooth. I had no technical difficulties aside from one or two crashes. The game actually crashed, but I think that was a problem with my gaming laptop. I think my laptop was just overheating. I don't think it's the game that actually crashed, it's just my laptop. But the sense of the scale and the sense of scale in this game is actually big. You gotta be aware of the AI, the chaos, and the emergencies. Like I mentioned, guys, there's a lot of things that can actually make your park's rating drop, like the storms, the breakouts, and the chaotic moments. You gotta keep an eye on these things, because these things will happen in the game, and they actually make the game exciting. But in some islands, I must say, it felt a little bit repetitive, because there would be these storms on this islands, on one of the islands, and the storm would be repetitive. So you got to look out for that specific storm, and you got to prepare for it. And the game kind of makes you feel smart for finding your way around these things. It kind of makes you feel smart. And the dinosaurs are sometimes even smarter than the people. But the dinosaurs actually feel great to have around, and it does feel great to look after them and to make sure they have a long and stable run. The cool thing about the game is it's very technical, and when you do hatch your own dinosaurs with a hatching lab, in your park, you get to see how long your dinosaurs will live, and you actually have the power to increase their lifespan. Not only their lifespan, you can increase things like the attack, their behavior, their skin, DLC, like the skins, the animals, defense, and all of these things you can change. The game is quite technical when it comes to the dinosaurs and how you take care of them. The load times and the optimization in the game was good. I didn't have a problem, like I said, with the performance. The DLCs, though, when we come back to the DLCs, I think that they could have been, they could have had it an entire in the entire package by now. Like, I mean, why have it separately? But I feel like they do have it, and they just overcharging you for that DLC. So I didn't think it was worth it, and I didn't buy the DLC. I do prefer Jurassic World Evolution 2 over 1, but I don't think 1 is that bad. I think it's worth playing if you do like the Jurassic World Evolution series, and if you do like the movies as well. I think it is worth it playing the first one and getting a feel for it. Even though I started with 2, I now feel even better at the game. I'm sure if you haven't played 2, I think you should start with 1. It is the best one to start with and to actually get into grips with how the game works. There's a lot of technicalities in this game, and you've got to learn it. So yeah, in terms of the gameplay loop, sometimes it gets a little bit repetitive, but not all the time. There's a lot of creative freedom when it comes to building it, and I think the game doesn't have that much replay value. There isn't like different endings or anything, but that's the cool thing about the game. The mission structure is your choice. You get to take care of the dinosaurs and take care of your park the way you want to, and that's really cool. So yeah, I feel like anybody should play this. New players, Jurassic Park fans, if you haven't played any of the games and you have not heard about it, start with this one. There's a lot of cool things in it. I like the management aspect of it, how you manage your park, and get your park to 5 stars, and get it recognized all over the world, and get like more than 5,000 guests coming into your park every day and making a lot of money. The truth, though, I think the game actually it didn't age that bad. I mean, I wouldn't say it aged well, but it's not bad in my opinion, and I think it's worth your time. And it actually, if you do plan to get into it and you plan to actually complete it, be prepared to play the game for at least 30 hours, because that's how long I've played it. I played it for 30 hours to complete the campaign, and it took me about 2 weeks, as I didn't play the game every day, but I managed to at least put in like 2-3 hours a day to play it. But it will take you about 30 to 40 hours to fully complete the campaign, and yeah, the campaign, like I said, it is stretched across 6 maps, 6 different islands that you have to go through, and you got a 5-star all of those maps to complete the game, or to complete the campaign. There's also another mode called challenge mode that you can actually also play, but that is more like the campaign with a different type of spin on it, just more like challenges that they present you, and you gotta find a way around the challenges and make sure your island and your park thrives through these challenges. So another optional thing that you guys might want to know, there are some mods for the game. There is a lot of community support for the first one. Obviously, if you guys are on console, unfortunately there's no mods for you, only DLCs. I think the sequel actually fixed a lot of things, in my opinion, and then again, that also just makes me more excited to play the third one. And if you guys do want to see that on my YouTube channel, go ahead and leave a like, comment below if you want to see Jurassic World Evolution 3 on my channel. Let me know what you guys thought. And yeah, guys, that's it. And my final score for Jurassic World Evolution 1 is a 7 out of 10. A solid 7 out of 10. I feel like it's a good starting point for the game, but there's a lot of things that they didn't get right with the first one, which they ultimately improved. But I do think it's a good one to start it out. It's actually a good one to play. And yes, just let me know if you guys have played it before, if you're planning on playing it. Let me know. I would like to hear from you guys. And of course, guys, please subscribe to my channel for some more reviews and videos. Let me know, guys, if you're planning to play it, and I would just like to hear from you guys. So Yes, I've been Game of Us, guys, and of course I will see you in another video.